to me, anger initially has two very good purposes. So number one is if I'm in danger, anger enables me to get back to safety. Or anger is also if somebody is doing something that violates love. So if somebody lies to me, cheats, steals from me, I should get angry
Mm-hmm.
because what
Right.
they're doing is hurting the relationship. And if it continues, the relationship is going to basically fall apart. So anger gives me the motivation to push the boundaries back to healthy so that this is a loving relationship again. So if you look at a child in complex trauma, they're getting unjust treatment all the time. They get angry. They
Mm-hmm.
get punished for being angry and told
Mm-hmm.
not to be angry. They're being lied to. They're being cheated on. They're being betrayed. They're being neglected. They should get angry and they do, but then they get punished. So what do? They try to push their anger down and basically say anger is bad. Anger only gets you in trouble. Never show anger. But then they gradually learn as they get older and stronger that anger can be used as a weapon or as armor. Anger will now protect me from getting hurt, and anger will let me hurt others before they
Mm.
hurt me. So anger is no longer used in healthy ways. It begins to get used in unhealthy ways. And so a big part for people in recovery is to learn what healthy anger looks like and what unhealthy anger looks like, and to learn to distinguish and to be able to manage both.
Um, Speaking of anger, something um, that popped in my head was I had this example of when I used. You could you can assess this is healthy or unhealthy anger, but this was last summer. I was in Lebanon, and this guy kind of cut me off when I was driving, and and then he just stopped there. He just stopped right beside me, as like looking at me through the mirror. Um, he looked like he was gonna, get out of the car and just, you know, s- he wanted to start a fight. And I didn't shy away from it. I just looked at him straight in his eyes, like with like pure rage in my eyes. And it looked like he kind of threw a tantrum in his place. And then he was like, "Ugh, fuck it." And then he just drove away. I don't know if this was like this was me from my perspective. This was me just telling him, yo, if you're gonna actually do this, I'm ready. And it was in a like pure anger moment, yes, but there was nothing happened. So I don't know what's your assessment
Yeah,
of
I
that.
would say to me that's a healthy thing. So there's really two pieces of that is
Fuck yeah.
he's angry, he's ready to attack. So
Mm-hmm.
your brain goes, okay, I'm going to meet your anger with anger. And
All right.
we're going to, so it's a self protective thing
Mm-hmm.
because I'm in danger. So I
Yeah.
need to have anger. So it wasn't something you initiated. It wasn't something that you were feeling that you got, um, oh, I didn't get my way. So I'm going to have anger. No, you were responding to somebody else's anger. And,
Mm,
and so the other piece with that is what most people learn in complex trauma is, especially if they got an angry dad or an angry mom, is that dad uses his anger as a bully to intimidate, to hurt, to get his own way, all of those things. So they get eventually old enough where they go, this is going to be the last day you bully me because now I'm strong as you or stronger than you. And I'm going to meet your anger with my anger. And that's going to drive a bully away. And so bullies are really weaklings that use anger to look strong.
Mm.
And when you can meet their anger, then they back off because no,
okay.
their true weakness gets exposed.
Wow.
Hmm. Damn. This my dad's fault, I guess.
But it's Tim. So many people experience trauma and stress. I mean, it's such a major thing that everyone around the globe, you can say, goes through similar things. Obviously, there are people that have it worse than other experiences, but my main question is like, why is this information not more widely known? The things you talk about are so enlightening and help with self awareness, that give people the tools they need. And I look at your videos in the comments, and people are talking about how they were able to get better through this knowledge and information. Why is it not everywhere? Why is this not taught at schools?
Well, to me, I think we're heading in that direction very slowly.
Mm.
But if you look at kind of the whole Western world medical model, it's been very much focused on physical sickness and then the symptoms of that, and then what's the cause of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so the medical model is okay. So you've got this problem. Okay, here's the medication, here's the surgery, here's what you need, and bang, 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 it's going to get fixed. And we think basically um, symptoms, simplistic, quickly understand the cause of it. It's a bacteria, it's an infection, whatever, a virus, let's get rid of it, and you're going to be better. And so we've approached much of life through that physical medical model from the
Mm-hmm.
West, which does not work with trauma.